Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart, and welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all other properties of visual media tier list. That rolled right off the tongue, I think.
You're not good at this unscripted, are you?
Shut the
You're really not.
Nailed it. All right. As you can see here, we've got a Twitch stream up, so be sure to subscribe and follow. Hi!
Timing, child. So, we are going to do the tier list.
We're going to do the tier list for the Marvel MCU.
Child pending.
Yeah. We're going to do the Marvel MCU list for all the Marvel properties so far, at least in visual media form.
Yeah.
In terms of movies. We are rating on a bell curve, which means there has to be a rank S and there has to be a rank F. Also, there is a haven't seen. We're just going to get a lot of these out of the way. So, Smash Cut, Dead Man.
We haven't seen.
As you can see, YouTube, we have put our obvious S tier. This is the snap with Infinity War. And we have our obvious F tiers. Basically both Hulk movies on the Marvel rating bell curve. Also, we placed pretty much all the movies we haven't seen down here, which is a good chunk of them.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go with them in order as they give it to us. That is Spider-Man 2. I'm going to say A on Spider-Man 2.
I'm going to put 2 in S tier.
2 in S tier?
Doc Ock made that movie for me. It is unequivocally the best Sam Raimi Spider-Man film.
Okay, okay.
It had so many memorable moments, especially with Aunt May.
Okay, that's, you know what? Fair. Yeah. For me, it might be in the bottom of S tier, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Blade Trinity, I'm going to put it in D, honestly.
I have not seen Blade.
So. It's not great.
Yeah, I have not seen the Blade movies, so.
Fantastic Four.
The first one.
The
one with Captain America as the Human Torch, right? I'm going to put that one in C or D. It's not a very good movie. It's a fun movie, though.
Yeah, it's a high C. So, like, we're grading on enjoyment and art.
I would say low C, high D. It's kind of somewhere in between there. It's just kind of serviceable.
It's not aged well.
No, that either, no.
Ghost Rider, I think C.
Okay, baby, good girl. Ghost Rider, it's not a good movie. But it's Nicolas Cage.
That's why I say C.
But that's what makes it fun to watch.
It's a silly movie that is saved by a great actor.
I would put it in B. Because Nicolas Cage makes this movie so entertaining. He is just a joy to watch whenever he is being hammy and bad. Should
we, at this point then, establish baselines for every tier then? Before we continue? Because your B may be different from my B.
Yeah, because when I judge a movie, okay, let me just break it down a little bit. I don't judge on any, like, one or two things. I want to go for direction, acting, and I do tend to rank things that fall into so bad it's good territories. And Ghost Rider falls into so bad it's good for me. Just because of Nicolas Cage alone, so I would put it at a B. Because the entertainment value is absolutely worth it. Because there's a lot of these movies where I don't want to go back and rewatch. I will go back and rewatch Ghost Rider many times because it is that entertaining. Okay.
Loki, I think, is a solid baseline for B or A. I'm thinking B.
I think Loki's an A. I think it's an A because the writing in it is so solid. Okay. It is so difficult to pull off that kind of multiverse writing. And I think they pulled it off in a miraculous way.
Okay.
So, like, there's some of these are, like I said, they're gonna like standout things that'll elevate it for me. And because I think it's very important to acknowledge when something is done well. Right.
Okay. So I
think just as bad as it's important to critique something when it does something really bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's not hard to make a mediocre thing good, but it's very difficult to make a good thing amazing.
B. Should we put the original X-Men?
Yes.
I think that's a good baseline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would put the original X-Men on B. It's not a very good movie, but the practical effects in that movie alone are worth the rewatch. Okay, all right. Because, like, you don't get another truck flipping scene like you do in that movie.
Yeah, all right. This is meh. Yeah. I don't want to rewatch it. If you asked me and I'm, like, absolutely bored or high, I will watch these. Yeah. D, I really don't want to, but if it's for someone who needs it, yeah. Yeah. F, I refuse.
F is just kind of like, oh, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah. D is more of a waste of time. F, I actively disenjoyed.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. D, waste of time. F, don't like. C, okay. B, I'm having a good time. Yeah. A, great. Yeah. And then S.
This is transcendence.
S is transcendent. Yes. So there's our baselines. Good luck editing in this, dead man.
So would you rewatch Ghost Rider though?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll rewatch. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's define it. B, good time. A, great time. S, Transcendent.
Yep.
C.
One time.
Yeah, one time. D. Waste of time.
Yeah. F. Yeah.
Never again.
B is for like the so bad it's good, or they have an enjoyment factor, or they have something else to them that makes you want to watch it again.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I like it. This is a good system.
All right.
X-Men: The Last Stand. Oh.
That's the third one. I did not like the third one, and it's not one that I rewatch. I've recently been watching more reviews of them, and like it had some good elements to it. It was just complicated and wordy.
I think one time.
Yeah.
Like I won't watch it again unless I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna have to.
Like I find myself going back and watching the first one once in a while, but
Spider-Man 3, B. I had a good time. I have a very good time.
That one's not transcendent for me, yeah.
Yeah, I do like Spider-Man 3. Silver Surfer.
One time.
One time.
It was okay. Iron Man is S tier for me. It's one of my most rewatched Marvel movies. I watched almost as much as Spider-Man 2.
For me, I want to say top of A tier, but like it's real close.
It's such a good raw entry to the entire. Like it started the whole thing.
Because of how important it is, sure. No. Should we have... I almost want a double S tier then. EX, literal art.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put Avengers. And
yeah that works.
I'm happy with that. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That's a D.
Really? You didn't like that?
That was terrible.
Iron Man 2.
I would say B.
Really?
It's not that great.
That's the Whiplash one.
I know, that's why it's just B.
I'm going to go C.
Really?
Like, I don't like it. It's not great. Thor?
B.
B?
Yeah, B. The Tilty Thor movie, but like it had a really good action scene, and you got to see a lot of Asgard in it. I like seeing Asgard. We didn't get to see Asgard as much in the other ones.
If I had a B-, I would put it in B-,
Yeah.
or C+ even. X-Men First Class. Okay, First Class.
I only saw it one time and only interested in seeing one time.
Yeah. No.
The X-Men movies are just not very good.
They're not.
The first Avenger. A.
A.
I would say A. I mean, it's A or B, actually. I would almost put it in B.
The thing is, it is better than I remember. For me, I like it a lot more than I thought because it introduces Steve really well.
It does.
And the problem is Steve gets less interesting as the movies go on because he's just overshadowed by the more big personalities.
He is.
In his own standalone movie, I like him a lot.
Well, yeah, it's because he's the Boy Scout. He has to be the Boy Scout. And he does it so well.
Avengers, I think that's an S. Arguably EX, but I'm going to put it at the top of S.
Yeah.
That is just a great movie.
Avengers, yeah. I rewatched the first Avengers movie all the freaking time.
It's so good. I think that's a solid S. Arguably EX, but let's come back to it later.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, we watched it with your mom.
Did I fall asleep?
Arguably.
Oh, so D for me. I do not fall asleep during movies. I either walk out of them or I put them on the background and actually listen to them. But no, if I fell asleep, it's a waste of my time.
Yeah, you know what? Not great.
No, if I fell asleep, it was bad.
Iron Man 3, I had a good time.
I still really like that one, yeah.
I
like that we see Tony out of the suit a lot.
Blade, I believe that's the first one. If that's the first Blade, I'd say good time. Bottom of B.
I have not seen Blade, so I can't put on that one.
It's fun. It's not great. The Wolverine. Okay, so this one...
Have I seen that
He's
one?
in Japan. We did watch it, but it wasn't good.
Oh, I'd say one time or waste of time.
Waste of time.
Waste of time?
Did not, yeah. This is the Marvel bell curve.
Okay, alright.
Yep. Thor, Dark World.
Okay, one time.
One time.
It had a lot of funny lines.
It had a lot of fun. Like, you kind of have to watch it, but, like...
You don't, yeah.
You could skip it.
You can't. But, like, it did have a lot of good humor in it for what it was.
Okay, Winter Soldier. I am the one weirdo on the planet who is not in love with Winter Soldier. Me, personally, I put it in B.
It's an A for you, for me.
Anytime Winter Soldier is on when I'm out of town, I put it on. So, like, that must mean something.
So, here's the thing. Even if it's not a personal B for you, it is absolutely a skill A. Because, like, it is a very well-paced, well-put-together movie. Mm-hmm. Even compared to other Marvel movies. So,
I like that a lot. I am, like, the one guy on the planet not in love with this movie. I'd put it in B or A, but A is good enough.
Well, it's skill level.
Yeah. Spider-Man... Does that say Spider-Man 2? What? I thought we already had Spider-Man 2. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in. Hold up. That's Spider-Man 2. Oh, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Ew, okay. I had to watch that. Never again. Never again. It's so bad. Like,
oh, no, so I really would hate it, huh?
It's not good.
Oh, God.
It's not good.
Oh, man.
Days of Future Past. Did I watch that?
We did, but I don't remember it. And almost market I haven't seen because I do not remember it.
I will put it on there because I don't remember seeing it.
We've seen it twice.
We have?
Yeah. We've seen it. We saw it in theaters.
Bullshit!
I'm serious! Because we saw it in theaters, and then we went over to a friend's house and watched it too, and we forgot it both times. So it's gotta be boring.
Then... waste of time, obviously. Yeah, like, if I don't remember it.
We don't remember it.
I don't remember this movie, like, at all.
Yeah, no.
I had to do a video on it, and, like, I had to research it because I just didn't want to watch it again. Yeah, it's a waste of time, absolutely. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay.
The first one, I'm
going to put B. Again, we're the one group that doesn't like Guardians 1.
It's too messy.
It's
too messy.
Frozen, I'm sorry, I don't agree.
Well, if you don't know the characters from out of the comics,
the thing is, the characters are nothing like the comic books.
Well, no, but even if you don't know them, it's just such a messy movie to begin with because they're trying to like push all, like they do it in as natural ways they can, but it's just kind of messy. Like, it's just not.
I feel like for style points, it's good. It's a really good movie.
It's got a lot of good style. I love the direction in it. It was James Gunn, right?
Yeah, it's James Gunn, obviously.
Yeah, he did a good job.
I'll watch it again.
Oh, no, I thank God for Chris Pratt, but that steals it.
To me, Guardians is a B movie. It's a good movie, and I like it.
But it's not excellent. That's the thing. It's not bad. It's just not excellent. And I've seen Marvel do much better with less. That's what makes me upset about it.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah. I do not like Guardians like everyone else likes. You reintroduce them to me, and I'm just like, oh, okay. They don't like each other. They're arguing. To me, it's just largely unpleasant a good chunk of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like Guardians.
I feel like their friendship was also just slightly forced.
It was. It was very forced, and no one says it wasn't. And I'm like, you're all kind of wrong. Like,
it goes. The problem is all the characters should have had a little bit like a preamble or a little bit more to them, or maybe like a mini series. Like I would have really liked a 6-episode mini series leading up to Guardians 1. Like it's really what it needed.
Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, here's the thing. It belongs in C, but I've actively watched it more than once.
So, I actually have a problem with Age of Ultron. And there's a couple parts where I gotta skip now.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, I still like to watch it once in a while, and I love Ultron himself. He is a great villain. And I love that, like, it's literally, like, a son of Tony turning on him. But, yeah, there's a couple parts I've got to skip. I love the Hulk stuff.
Is it the Black Widow thing?
Yeah.
Where she's like, she can't have a kid? So, in my review of Black Widow, I gave that scene a Nat 1 because I like what they were trying to communicate. But it's a Nat 1 because it came off completely wrong. It's the worst Avengers movie. Yeah, by default. Absolutely.
By default.
Yeah.
But that's a high bar. So, like, one being a little bit lower is really not that big a deal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I like Age of Ultron.
I will still watch it and just skip over my one part I need to skip over.
Yeah.
Ant-Man!
I think Ant-Man's a great time. A lot of people don't like Ant-Man, and they're all wrong.
Ant-Man is so funny! And I understand why I love these. Who directed? It was Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah.
He is amazing, and that's why.
Yeah. So I like it.
The first movie is not transcendent, but it is excellent, and I will put it on. Actually, I want to watch Ant-Man now.
Deadpool. That's an A. That's an A movie. Love Deadpool. Not an
S.
Not an S. No.
You get. I'm sorry. What actually kills it for me is I forget what it is, but the first movie, yeah, great. Anyway,
yeah, excellent movie. Excellent movie. Civil War. A.
S,
really?
S.
Really?
S,
okay.
S.
Here, okay.
Civil War is a Avengers movie hiding a Captain America movie.
See, now I put it at a very good A because most of the movie is A up until like A and B going back and forth. Up until the three-way fight between Tony, Bucky, and Cap.
Well, the villain was brilliant.
What, Zemo?
Yes. Because it wasn't a real villain. It was the only Marvel villain that wasn't just a big bad guy after something. He just wanted, revenge. I love Zemo. His plan was insidious and dark. It was so Black Ops the whole time. And I've never seen anybody else pull something off like that at all, and I love it.
Here's the thing, like, Civil War falls apart if you put any real world logic into it, because one, he must be like class 6 level intellect to be able to pull off all that bullshit. No, he was like, not really.
Yeah, because he knew about the super soldier program.
Yeah, but he has to be an omega level genius to be able to pull some of that shit off. But
or just be well informed. Because if he worked on all that stuff.
I feel like a big chunk of the movie he was making up as he goes, and maybe he was. It was implied that he planned every minutia detail from the beginning, and I'm like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way he could possibly do that. It's good. I'm not even going to argue its placement anymore. Yeah. Also, the politics, absolutely stupid, because the only thing the Avengers did wrong at that point was Ultron. And even then, that was 100% Tony.
Yeah, it was.
For me, I really like the interpersonal drama. It's really good. I would argue A, but I'll leave it at S for you.
Yeah. You got the other element, though, of juggling all those characters the way they did and how perfectly they all kind of went together, too. It elevates it to an S just for writing. Because the writing is phenomenal.
All right, fine.
Doctor Strange!
Doctor Strange.
Oh, this is going to be tough for me because this is my second favorite Marvel movie of all time.
Really?
Oh, God. I love Doctor Strange. I could watch this movie forever and be happy.
I'm going to put it at A.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's close to S. But it just needed a little bit of something more.
Yeah, like Benedict.
It's just missing something.
And there are some things that drag it down. There's a lot of lows, and the lows aren't that low. It's just the highs aren't as good as either.
The highs are phenomenal. I'm praying Multiverse of Madness.
Logan
is like,
S. Actually, no. Logan EX.
Yeah.
EX on Logan, and that's not even hard.
Yeah, no. That. I can only watch it once, but not because I can't. It's not enjoyable or it's not worth the watch. It's just so depressing.
That movie hurt me. And, like, it's very rare when a movie hurts me.
It's raw.
It's so good. Logan's an easy S. I love that movie. Or EX.
I will never watch it again, but oh my God.
Blade 2. I'm trying to remember. I'm actually going to go put Blade 2 there, because it was fine. Guardians 2.
S.
I kind of want to put it at EX.
It's close.
It's so close.
It's very close, but I'm going to put it in S because it's missing just something. It's just not quite perfect, you know?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be perfect, though, either. If it was a perfect movie, it would not be doing its job.
Yeah, I think S is really good.
Yeah.
Guardians 2 is everything everyone thinks Guardians 1 is.
Yeah!
Like, that is when they are family, they are friends, they are united by Groot and becoming like a parent unit. I cry every time. I cried like a baby the first time in the theater. I don't cry at movies.
No, I've only ever seen this man cry 3 times in his life.
Like, very rarely. I cried during Coco. I've cried many times, but like...
yeah, no, Coco was the one that really broke it. I was like, I was sobbing at Coco. I was like, oh, God. Like, the minute that ending happened, I was...
Yeah, Coco...
And he was tearing up, and I'm like, oh, God.
No, I'm sitting there open tears during Coco, but yeah. No, Guardians, that made me cry, and if you make me cry, you get an S.
Yeah, S.
That's a good one. Homecoming? A?
A. That twist at the end.
A. Yeah.
A.
That was the bird.
One.
That was the
first Vulture.
One.
Yeah,
what's the twist?
The Vulture. Is the dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that was one of the most intense 5 minutes on the screen I've ever freaking seen.
Honestly, just for those 5 minutes,
Just for the 5 minutes? I'll agree with you.
Just for the 5 minutes, yep.
That was the best, most intense 5 minutes on a freaking TV screen I'd ever seen in my goddamn life.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's the thing. Like, I like the Spider-Man, Iron Man relationship because really, Tony is the most important character in the MCU. So a lot of characters are surrounding him.
It has to be a different dynamic than what we're used to seeing. It has to be. And, you know, we haven't had a Spider-Man that interacts with other Marvel anything lately.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that one. Okay.
Okay. It might not be fully estimated.
Hold on.
You know,
we're gonna leave this one for a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave
fine.
This one. Spider-Man 1.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's between 2 and 3.
So
I will watch Spider-Man 1 and 2 forever.
Big Bidoof is like low A, high B, too much Iron Man. Thing is, I disagree. I don't mind that Spider-Man is like a surrogate son right now. I think it works for the MCU.
I understand the complaint about it. I do. I really do. Because, like, I want to see more Spider-Man, too. But we've had... The problem is we've had Spider-Man twice in the last decade or two already.
Black Panther.
I'm gonna put it a B. It's really good.
It's better on second watching. I did not like Black Panther.
Yeah.
I also felt its Oscar nominations were bullshit.
I really like Black Panther.
Okay. Fine. I won't argue that.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everybody, wants to praise the villain. I just really loved the villain, and I thought he was well-motivated, and he was absolutely crazy and deserved to be knocked off his ass.
Deadpool 2, never again. I hate this movie so goddamn much. It's unreal.
I like Domino, and I hate everything else.
I like Domino.
The Christmas cut is great, though.
Okay, if we're going by Christmas cut...
C.
I'd almost do B- or C+.
Yep. I would do C.
If we're going Christmas cuts, absolutely C.
Yep.
Because it fixes a lot of the problems I have with the movie.
I would even watch it once or twice. But yeah, no. Fridging Vanessa, you.
Yeah. I was so mad when they fridged Vanessa.
I'm glad they addressed it in the Christmas
They
cut.
did.
I'm glad they were like,
that's the thing, because who plays him?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is a very, not woke guy, but he's a very progressive guy.
Yeah.
And the fact that he did that again turned Vanessa, to me, I found it very sexist. Not for Vanessa, but for the people watching. Because in the first movie, she was a hot piece of ass. And that's fine. And the second movie, they promised a lot of shit. And then they murdered her.
Who wouldn't want to see family Deadpool? That was the whole point. I wanted to see progression, not reset. I like the tongue-in-cheek jokes, and they get 1 point from me just for when he finally gets to die for a minute and see Vanessa for that scene. It was just that
was cute.
Yeah, I had a theory about Deadpool 3. And that the only way that you could turn this series around for me is if in Deadpool 3, Vanessa turned into Lady Death.
Again, regular Deadpool 2, F tier.
Yeah.
Christmas special there, but this doesn't have the Christmas special, so I'm going to drop it there.
Yeah.
I hate Deadpool 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm going to...
That one's better than the first one for me.
Really? I'm sorry.
No, it is so much fun. The choreography and all the fight scenes is so cool, and I know it doesn't make sense, and I do not care.
See,
I love Ghost.
When I rewatched it again, Ghost is great. When I rewatched it again for the alignment video, I had a great time because it was very funny. But for me, it's a B. Simply because of where it's at and what it's doing.
I would put it at the A right next to regular Ant-Man. Because I actually like Ant-Man and the Wasp better than the first Ant-Man movie. And I will give it more points because of Ghost. Because again, very out-of-the-box villain for Marvel. And we need to encourage more of those out-of-the-box quote-unquote villains.
Okay. Venom...
Venom's a B.
B, yeah.
It's a funny movie. It's just not very good.
I'd almost put it at C.
I would watch it again, though.
You'd watch it again?
It is very funny.
Okay.
It's highly entertaining.
Far From Home.
Far From Home is the
Euro
B
trip.
Or C from me.
C.
Yeah. The more you point it out about Mysterio, the less I like it.
It suffers a lot from missed opportunity syndrome. And on its own, it's just okay. I don't think I'll watch it again.
I liked it, but yeah, I didn't love it.
Black Widow?
I have not seen.
C. It's got a lot going for it, but the lows are just really low.
See, and I'm afraid to watch it because I'm afraid it's...
It has a thing you're not going to like.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You'll like her sister.
Yeah.
Her sister's she's very Russian. She's very... the whole family is very Russian, and I love them.
Of that, and I was afraid that that's going to be missing out on something, but I don't think I'd be comfortable watching that movie.
The problem is... Okay, I'm just going to tell you. They rescue their dad from prison. He's like, I'm glad to see you girls. And then they're going to say something about periods, and then they're going to talk about their hysterectomy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and
no.
She gets very graphic.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
Here's the thing. I consider it a one-time watch because I like the family. Otherwise, it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. For me, though, personally, it's at the bottom of the one-time watch. Because its low points are really bad. You know what? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know what? In hindsight, you're right. You're right. It is bad. I'm just defending it because I watched it 3 times and I paid for it.
You got cost fallacy.
I think that might be it, yeah.
Shang-Chi is next.
Shang-Chi!
A!
That is a solid A! Shang-Chi, great movie.
Oh my god. I got so excited about seeing the previews for this one because I was looking at what it was going to be. And I was like, oh my god, this is just me John's story. The story I've been writing for 15 years. And it was! And they didn't hold back on it. And I was so happy.
That's a wonderful movie. Yeah, Shang-Chi, I will say, Shang-Chi, as far as villains go, top tier villain. Top tier villain.
Again, another really out of the box villain that I actually felt bad for.
That's a fantastic movie.
It was great.
I will watch this anytime.
I cannot wait to buy that movie from
that is a great movie. Venom 2.
B or A. It was really funny. It was really funny.
I'd put it in B. That's a good time. That's a good time. I will put Venom 1 below it, though.
That's a red one.
Oh, no, it's...
that's a red one.
That's a red one.
We're going to die.
That was funny. I saw Eternals. It's weird. I could put it in D or C, and I don't think anyone would argue with me, because there's stuff to be gained from it, but it is like 4 hours of talking and 20 minutes of, like, yeah, it was cool. Like, you know?
That sounds like a slog.
It kind of is. It would have been better as a Disney Plus. It would have been better as an avant-garde Disney Plus series.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked bad.
It's not great, but I didn't hate it. I almost don't want to put it at waste of time. Me, personally, I kind of liked it, but I also watched it while doing something else. If I had to devote my entire focus to it, it would be a D. I think that's it. Watch it while doing something else, and you'll have an okay time.
Yeah.
I think that's safe.
You can't actually focus on it. Got it.
Yeah. WandaVision?
WandaVision's an S for me.
It's an S. It would have been an... Okay, WandaVision would be EX.
If they had stuck the landing.
The landing did not stick.
But leading up to that ending, oh boy, yeah, I know, that is an S. I've rewatched a lot of those episodes.
Yeah, WandaVision is fantastic.
I love WandaVision.
We're getting to the good shit. X-Men 2, my boy, that is an S tier.
Really?
A.
Yeah, A. I would say A, just because none of those movies are actually very good, especially on rewatch. I've watched them recently.
No, this one's really good.
I know that one's good, but it's not amazing. Yeah.
A tier is safe for me because it's the best Wolverine you're ever gonna get, with the exception of Logan.
Yeah,
that is the best Wolverine. Hawkeye actively makes Black Widow a little bit better.
I have not seen Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is... I don't know if I'll watch it again. If I'm putting it in terms of enjoyment, B, but by going by this, it's a C. It's a good. I enjoyed my time.
I heard it was fun.
It was fun. I liked it.
All right.
Let's go with What If real quick, because.
What If is a lot of fun. I would say B.
B.
It is solid. It is very solid. It's not transcendent. It's not excellent. I would rewatch it a few times, maybe.
If you told me A, no argument.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue A, but for me personally, just a B. It needs something for me to go to A, something to push it up there.
To me, it actively hurt it more, connecting it to the rest of the universes.
See, now though, we don't know how that's going to unfold with Multiverse of Madness, because I am expecting great things.
Yeah.
So...
Easy Into the Spider-Verse, EX.
Oh, yeah, no. Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, easy EX.
But it's also not a true Marvel movie. It's a Sony movie.
I think that's the problem. We're going to pretend Multiverse of Madness is Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep. Spider-Verse is EX.
That is Spider-Verse. That is not Multiverse of Madness. Shut up.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon, I'm sorry. I have tried so many times.
Really?
I cannot stand... You know what? I could go there. I could live with it there. But I have tried no less than 3 times to watch that show. Every single time, I got bored and fell asleep and wasn't having fun.
See, I was going to put it in B.
Really?
Yeah. We can split the difference, put it in C.
I can't. Because I want to put it in F. I don't like this show.
It's actually very topically important. Like, even I'm saying I think it's topically important.
You think really? You're like Captain Red Pill.
No, they full on say they'll never put a black man in the costume.
Damn.
And they went there anyway. So, no, he got discriminated against because they're like, no, I'm Captain America. And he had to actually the final episode is him confronting the police officer, like, I don't care, I'm wearing the suit, and that's what you're going to deal with.
Anything with Bucky and Falcon, I had a good time. Even the other captain, I had a good time.
Did you see the episode where he got profiled?
I did.
Yeah.
That was ballsy, and I respected it.
It's that way the whole way through. They keep going there.
Okay. I will... That's fine. The villains and the bad guys...
They're dumb. No,
D
they
tier,
are.
F tier.
I liked it for Falcon and Bucky. Because Bucky's there supporting Falcon the whole time, and Falcon is the one going, no, you're going to deal with the black man being Captain America now. This is what you're going to have to,
Okay. All right, fair. I personally can't sit through it.
Right. No, but if you didn't reach that point, I get it. But, like, they had the conversation in the final episode to the media. I thought it was like, oh, holy shit. Because the thing was, and I'm going to tell you this since you just can't get through it, they found another super soldier.
I know that one.
Yeah, it was.
I actually kind of thought he was okay.
But he was berating.
Oh, the black super soldier.
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
The black super soldier was telling
Sam. Sam.
Yeah.
On your left. Yeah.
Yeah, the black super soldier is telling Sam that no, you can't do it. No, you're not, because you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna do it, and they're never gonna respect you if you do it. And the other side was saying, well, we're not going to respect you if you do it anyway. And he was literally being pushed on both sides of the arguments that it wasn't going to work.
Here's the thing. Chat disagrees with me, and I respect it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I can't... For me, personally, I did not have a good time watching it.
He just couldn't watch it. That's all he's saying. It wasn't entertaining enough for him to actually be invested. That's all he's saying. That's why I'm just pointing out why... Yeah.
I can tell you what. One day, when I'm playing a video game, I will just watch it and appreciate it there.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
They had both sides of the argument pushing down on him, telling him not to, and he went and did it anyway.
Okay.
And that's what I loved about it.
Again, for me, personally, I did not find it engaging. I want to like it so bad.
Yeah.
I want to like it. It's like Black Widow for you, I imagine. You want to like it, but
I physically will not watch Black Widow because I know it'll be too triggering for me.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal thing. That, like, absolutely.
Let's do Ragnarok.
S!
S, yeah.
S!
I think that's an easy S.
S!
I think that's an easy S.
Thor Ragnarok is so much fun!
I will watch that movie anytime it's on.
I have literally watched it 50 times. I kept track at one point.
So much fun. I'd say it's inexcusable to be anywhere else.
Yes,
but, like,
it is.
It is such a great movie. It's so much fun. Let's go with Endgame.
Okay.
Let's go with Endgame.
I did not enjoy Endgame like I enjoyed Infinity War. It had some good moments, but it's...
Endgame was the time travel roundup movie.
Why does it feel so lackluster then?
That's the thing. Like, when it came out, I watched it like 18 times. Now the thing is, I don't think I ever really want to watch it again, except if I'm specifically in the mood for it.
I'll watch Infinity War repeatedly, but I will only watch Endgame if I feel like it.
That's the thing. Like,
I'd say A.
There's a lot of good payoffs in Endgame.
It's just, it's a lot of good payoffs, but
I am Iron Man. Like,
I would say A. It's just not as much fun. There was one part of Endgame that I will watch repeatedly. The last third.
Yeah, that's
that whole fight is.
Yeah, the Nat 20 fight to end all Nat 20, and also like
it's a 25-minute fight too.
Also, when the entire cheer theater stands up to cheer with Mjolnir.
Yeah, no, that was an experience.
So everyone kind of agrees. Last third of Endgame, great movie. First third is a bit of a slog, and it's
second third is really cool. But I love Ant-Man, so I'm biased.
I like the time heist.
Yeah, I love the time heist.
It's essentially 3 different movies, and like how much you like each parts of the movie is
gonna influence. That's why it's probably all over the shop.
So like let's judge it in 3 parts then. Part 1 is basically Infinity War wrap up.
Yeah.
So Infinity War wrap up B, I guess.
Yeah.
Time Heist A, Last Third S.
Yeah.
So
all in all, an A movie.
All an A movie. I think that's fair.
Oh, it's Plank.
Okay, Captain Marvel.
F.
F.
Captain Marvel is Power Girl movie, and we don't care about anything else, so here's a plank for your movie.
This was a politically driven movie, and it's so bad. It's so bad. It's not good.
All right.
It's up between these, and goddamn.
It's an S. I would put it in an S. I don't think it's EX, but I do think it's an S. Here's my deal.
Okay, all right. Why is it S for you?
Okay, because it was a love letter to Spider-Man fans all across the shop, right? Mm-hmm. It was a love letter to Marvel fans all across the shop. Mm-hmm. And it did an amazing job at bringing in old continuities into this continuity. Mm. And it also did an amazing job at bringing out the Spider-Man in Tom Holland's Spider-Boy. Mm-hmm. I think we saw the first glimmer of the real Spider-Man under all that crap. Mm-hmm. I did not expect what had happened. Mm-hmm. The twists were legit really good, like what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't twisty, but it was... The chain of events was truly astounding. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I also liked how supportive his MJ was, because it's just what he had to do. Mm-hmm. You know? It just felt like a real Spider-Man under all that teenager stuff. It lays the groundwork for a real Spider-Man, like a real the 90s Spider-Man that we saw in the cartoons and stuff, like the older one that's he's gonna start college, and you know, the sacrifice was real Spider-Man. Like, it's true to the core of the character, not just, you know, kid Tony Stark.
To me, S is fair, but I think it just went above and beyond so much. I really want to put it here, but I feel like it shouldn't be here.
Yeah, something about it is still holding it back from being a piece of pure, like, perfect movie. Problem is, it's still Tom Holland's Spider-Man, right? We haven't seen him as a real Spider-Man yet, really.
Like I said, I want it here simply because it's all those things you said. Like, it's an easy S tier movie. Like, not even an argument.
Yeah.
But the thing is that still blows me away is that it wraps up, like, 30 years of movies.
It does! And
it, like, it redeems the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
He got the best moment.
He got the best moments in the movie. The fact is that it made all of the other movies collectively better because it all led to this.
Yeah.
I feel like it deserves its own category, like below EX but above S. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because I don't think it was perfected art, but it was perfect for Spider-Man.
I think this is about as peak Spider-Man as we can get.
Spider-Verse still feels like a better movie.
Spider-Verse is again, literal art.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, because we called it EX literal art.
I don't think this is art so much as it's a beautiful love letter to everything Spider-Man in the past 30 years. Spider-Verse is a perfect movie. In my opinion, it is as close to a perfect movie as you're ever going to get. The details in it and everything. And this does not have that level of attention to details that the other one had. It has all of the writing. It has all of the heart to it, but, you know, it's something about it. Peak Spider-Man. Yeah, something about it just isn't putting it into that final category for me. It's just missing, was a little bit pandering.
That's like the thing. It's the difference between literal art and a love letter.
Yeah, and you have to be a little bit pandering to the fans in order to make it a proper love letter.
It made one of the most controversial comics work. I'd agree with you. Yeah, dude. No, yeah. I cried at Aunt May. No, the heart. I did not cry at Aunt May. I got really caught up though. I was floored by Aunt May.
Yeah.
The part that made me tear up, literally though, was Andrew Garfield when he caught MJ. That was like the best part of the movie for me, because it made me care about that Spider-Man.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't like the Andrew Garfield movies at all, so
literal art is just like that's what it has to be. This is high art.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame is high art because it should not exist. Logan is high art because, to me, literal art can only be a thing if it can only be experienced in that way. So, for example, Undertale to me is literal art because it cannot be experienced any other way.
Yeah, you cannot take Undertale, turn it into a show, and experience it as a TV show and get the same as it was.
Spider-Verse cannot be experienced as a video game.
No.
Endgame cannot be experienced as a book. So, like...
This one probably could.
This, I feel, can be done in other things.
I think that's the thing. It used a bunch of older characters that people loved, so it had to be pandering, and I feel like that element alone kind of pulls it back from being a perfect experience.
I can't put it in EX. But it is better than all these movies.
I would say so. Just by sheer brute force willingness.
Like, they brute forced it there, correct?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is...
But yeah, no, it's just, it gets its own place. Peak Super, yeah.
I think that's fair. Peak Super, actually, it doesn't even feel right. It's like...
It's just Spider-Man.
Yeah, Peak Spider-Man. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. Peak Spider-Man. Yeah, I think, I can't put it in art. I just can't. But I can put it as better than all these movies.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, Spider-Verse is literal art. But yeah, no, I'm happy with this list.
Is like almost perfect. It is astounding just how perfect Spider-Verse is.
That's a great movie. Okay, I think that's it.
Yep, that is it.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Next week, we're going to be starting a Smasher Pass, and we're going to do just half of the Pokedex, I think, or like the first...
Something like that.
Something like that. We're going to continue Smasher Pass next time we come back. So follow us on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube gaming channel, and see you around.
Bye-bye.